Welcome back to Western Pennsylvania. This is Wednesday. Sunday, my nephew and I took our first bike ride of 2018. It was in the mid 50s. I think it even got up close to 60. Beautiful out. So you're talking 3 days ago. Now, here, if you turn and look outside, we're dealing with this now. There's my wife. She went over and shoveled the neighbor's walkway and their steps and cleaned them. And it's still coming down. I have a sister-in-law come in from San Diego, California last night. She got here late because her flight was delayed because of this storm coming through. And she comes back to this. Well, give her some snow. Tired of taking it back with her. They need the water out there anyway. But, oh my. This is crazy weather. So on my last video, one thing is if you're going to buy a GoPro, now's the time to do it. They come out with the Hero 6. I'm using the Hero 5. I paid $400. They were $400. Now they're down to $300 because they brought out the Hero 6. So at Walmart, they're getting scarce now, and my nephew bought one the other day. In fact, I think it was either Walmart or no, I think it was Target. He got it. Yeah, Target. And they're going because you're saving $100 off of it. And I had shown this case that was for those virtual reality glasses. I had shown these one time. So I told him, you got to pick one of these up. These were at Walmart. We went to 2 different Walmarts. They don't got them anymore. They don't have them. I put the GoPro sticker on. But it's just like the GoPro case, only it's a little bigger. It's nice. But it's made out of the same stuff. And you can't find these ones. Now, GoPro was selling theirs for $50, $49, I think, or $49.95 or something. Now they have them down to $39.95 or something like that. So they come down $10. But still, I told him to wait and try to get one of these. Well, he picked up some other box he can put it in. Because you need something for your GoPro and all your stuff. He ordered a microphone. He wants to, put it on his helmet. Put the microphone up in the helmet. So I told him what to buy and a few other accessories you need. The Vivitar handle I'm using right now is one you can recharge and then you can charge your GoPro. And it's made by Vivitar, but it fits a GoPro. Can't find it. You can find the handle that's a floaty, like you're using it in water and you drop it, it floats. Can't find the one that charges, so I'm glad I bought mine when I did. I don't even know if GoPro, I looked at some of their stuff that they have in the store. They don't have any microphones for them. They don't carry stuff like that. And I don't know if they have a charging handle, but that charging handle is nice to take with me so I don't have to use a power point on the bike. I can just put my battery, I have 2 of them, I put them in a box that comes with the charger. I bought the charger and an extra battery. They're 2 together. And you can plug this handle into that box, put one of your batteries in there and charge it as you ride. I put it in the back bag and as I ride it charges, so that works out great. So doesn't every man wished he had a wife like that? She goes out. She's my snowplow. You done yet?
It's up there.
Huh?
Make a path, that's all.
So on my last video, when we rode, I went out and I said about the smell of my helmet. Something didn't smell right, and I didn't know what it was. So I got to get my helmet, and then I'll show it and talk about it next. Under my helmet, I wear this, I've shown these before on my videos. This is a welding cap you can get for welding, put over your head. And I use them for welding, but they're cheap. They're $3 or $4, and I buy a bunch of them. And I wear this under there. I can't use a do-rag because my helmet, it would be too tight. So this is really thin. You have to watch it kind of rip here and there, but They're pretty decent for that. And this is the bag that came with my helmet, so I used it to cover it. Got that nasty smell in there, couldn't figure out what it was. So I took the bag, which is a piece of junk, the bag, I mean, but the helmet's great. $45 delivered to the door. They come out of China, DOT approved. This thing is so thin, it's ripping, it's really junk. I need a better bag. But you can see I have my GoPro mount in the front, and it's got the flip-up visor, got the tinted shield inside. Well, the smell, I keep this thing inside the helmet so I know where it's at. I always grab my helmet, it's there. So what I did was, that smell was in there. The wife smelled it. She said she couldn't smell anything. I said, you can't smell that. I mean, and this thing stunk. Emergency someplace. So anyway, there's 4 parts that come out of here. This, the 2 sides, and then the whole inside. Then you get to the foam and everything. So I took those out, and I figured the first thing I'll do is I'll wash them. So I cleaned out the kitchen sink, and I used Tide. Washed them twice. The first time I got a lot of dirt out of it. The water was like dark. Washed it again, the water was better. Then I rinsed them. Then I put it, squeezed all the water out that I could. I laid it on a towel, folded the towel over, and just kept patting it. Then I laid it in the bathroom to dry, because that's the warmest part of our house. But one thing you don't want to do is, when you have this padding in here, say this is that padding, you don't want to go like that and whip it, because that material will stretch and it don't go back. So you want to pad it dry. Do not whip it, where it's stretching it. And did that. I washed this too the same way, everything. Left everything dry. When everything was completely dry, I cleaned the inside of the helmet while I had the pads out with Tough Stuff. I've shown that before. I sprayed in there, it foams up. You wait till it dissipates and then wipe it out. I did that. So when I was all done, I left, that was all dry. I put this back together. I sprayed a little bit of Febreze, the original. And it has a little bit of smell, but it goes away. I sprayed that, sprayed this, left it dry. Then I took it and I smelled in there. It was fine. This here, it still smelled like that. It still had that smell to it. So the wife said, I asked her to smell it. She said she couldn't smell anything. I said, you don't smell that on this. It was terrible. I could still smell it. And that day we rode, I'm smelling that the whole time. Well, I'd crack this shield up a little bit to get air in there. It's like, I don't know what the hell that is, And here, it was this, because this still smelled. So she said, well, let me throw it in the dryer. She was getting ready to dry some clothes. That took the smell away. All I can figure is, I wear this to keep the sweat out of my helmet more. This helmet I've been using 3 years. I've never cleaned it inside. I've wiped it out a little bit, but never took them pads out. Now, I decided I'm going to do it every winter. I'm going to clean that. This, I have more of them. I'm going to start and throw these in with the wash, or wash them by hand more often. But here, that must have had some sweat on it and that. And over winter, I had it up inside the helmet. Well, it was probably bacteria. And that's what the smell was coming from. That's what caused it. If I'd left it out of the helmet probably wouldn't have smelled like that. But it's better to wash those pads. So once a year, I'm going to take them out. It's not hard to do. Take them out, wash them like I said, pat them dry, put a little bit of Febreze on them, clean the inside of the helmet, Febreze it. When it's all dry, it's done. And these, I'm going to really keep after those from now on. But man, that was a hell of a smell. We're riding, trying to enjoy it, and I'm like, wow. I do stink. I don't know. But that's my thing on the helmet. And, it's always something. I couldn't believe it. Because in my video, when I was out here, I first asked him, I could smell something burning. He said, yeah, the neighbors were burning something. But I could still smell it. And then we stopped for gas or something. And I told him, I said, I still smell it in my helmet. I said, maybe I got to clean it or something. But that was it. keep it clean. And if you use one of these, you really got to clean it once in a while. Throw it in the wash, get, have 3 or 4 of them. Get another one, a new one. Once it's dirty, throw it in the wash and then use the one you washed. Always something. Now all this snow, it's still coming down. The wife just told me next week's going up to mid 50s, up into the 60s. One thing I almost forgot is, if you've seen this, I'm trying to use this, let me unplug it a minute. There. That's that double microphone I just bought. I wanted to try it out. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. So, I want to see how it sounds on there. That's the first time I've used this one. But you could put that in your helmet, be kind of big. I just use the single one for the helmet, but this will be for when we make more movie stuff or shorts. Pittsburgh's got a couple TV shows coming. They're already asking for people to sign up. We never sign up. We wait till they put out, the call, and then we just put in. We don't even go to the, like you can go sometimes off an audition or whatever. We don't go to that because they know us so well. Usually we put in, we get called. And I don't know if I want to do it all summer, but I told her, yeah, I'd do some. So we heard they might film around here again in this area. They filmed a few things. So hang in there. Summer's coming.